Good morning, yoga friends. This is Marty Harger, and today I want to give you some ideas for a DIY gratitude blend that you can use and share with other people. Now, I know this is a time of year in November where we especially take time to think about what we're thankful for and what we have gratitude for. And sometimes it can feel like kind of trite, like, yeah, it's the old gratitude thing, like pumpkin spice, which I'm not going to talk about. But anyway, but I want you to really get real about this with your heart. I have my heart shirt on today just to kind of bring this point home. And I really want to encourage us to think about how we can truly focus on gratitude. And one of the ways I've found to do that is to incorporate the doTERRA essential oils into my yoga practice. And I suggest to those of you that are teaching classes that there's lots of beautiful ways you can bring the blend I'm going to show you today into your life, and not just this month, but other people, and to help ourselves to get to a better place. So the challenge I think we have this month is that we're encouraged to feel and to be grateful, and gratitude really raises our vibration. It's a busy time of year for many people. From a business perspective, a lot of people are in the doTERRA community are working hard to reach some goals before the end of the year. Certainly in other businesses, many people look at this end of the year as a key time for revenue generation in retail businesses, and yoga studios are often have holiday offers to get people into workshops and programs. And the holiday season is looming, so a lot of people stress about all the things they think they've got to get figured out. So we have many things drawing our attention, including the fact that many local communities had elections yesterday. And so there's all these things in the political world and worldwide issues that we're concerned about. So bringing us back to gratitude and helping that idea with the doTERRA essential oils to ripple out into the world is one of the things that I think we can do in some very simple ways. When we think about the idea of dropping the pebble into the water and how it makes ripples going out, our actions as yogis using doTERRA essential oils are very much the same. It is really quite remarkable what we can do to change someone's day by sharing something or gifting a little something to them. But it begins with us. It begins with where we turn within to look at gratitude, to identify where we are with our lives, and the many, many things that are right in our immediate perception. What can we be grateful about that we have? I'm really grateful that I have this opportunity to use the internet, connect with all of you. I'm really grateful that behind me you can probably see a little bit of an idea of where I live, which is up in the mountains. And that I have the beautiful doTERRA essential oils to share and use myself, and to share some ideas with you today. So let's talk about making a blend that, again, we can use in our yoga practice. We can use to offer to students if you're a teacher. Also, if you're going to a yoga class, it makes a neat little gift to give. Put it in a little ribbon or something, and maybe a message of gratitude that you share with fellow students. Nothing is more fun for people than a surprise that someone who's been on the mat, a few mats over from them, brings them a little special something for their day. And this blend, I think you're going to absolutely love. Being grateful raises our vibration of joy and happiness, and helps us overcome fear and anxiousness. So what we can create that exudes that gratitude for others using the oils in our practice, I came up with an idea I want to share with you today. It came from one of my favorite books that was written by two really wonderful women in doTERRA, Rebecca Hincy and Dr. Susan Lawton. And this book, Living Healthy and Happily Ever After. And you can get it from a lot of the different stores. And it's a beautiful book. And in this book, there's a whole topic around the idea of being thankful and promoting gratitude and joy. And this is a blend that incorporates some of my favorite essential oils. I'm so excited about making this for you and showing you how you can do this. So the idea is that we create a blend that uses 4 essential oils. So it's going to start with bergamot or bergamot, and we're going to use 4 drops of that. Now, bergamot is the oil of self-acceptance. So we think about gratitude. What are we grateful for about ourselves that we can then bring out into the world? The second oil is wild orange, and we're going to use 3 drops of wild orange. The 3 drops of wild orange are there as the oil of abundance to open us up in a joyful, playful way to recognize that there's so much out there for us. And sometimes when we are not in gratitude, our world gets really small. But if we open in joy and open in gratitude and open to the abundance that is around us, we can really raise our own vibration and therefore those around us. And then we get to use 2 drops of the absolute queen of oils, rose. Now, I am super grateful that I have this rose essential oil. And actually, this is one that I earned through a promotion that doTERRA did. But we're so grateful that you can buy this now. Now, you got to save up your yoga allowance for this. But rose essential oil is a phenomenal oil for gratitude, for love, for raising the vibration. It is the oil of divine love, as explained by our smart friends in the Emotions in Essential Oils book. So rose is a beautiful oil to blend with. It is actually has a very deep scent and it melds so nicely. And then the final one I'm going to actually put in this blend. You can't buy this anymore, but some of you out there have this. I know it. It's white fir. And this is a beautiful oil. It has been replaced by Siberian fir, so you can absolutely substitute. But you're going to use 2 drops of white fir, and it has a unique aroma. So I am excited about that. So you're going to need fractionated coconut oil as well. And I'm going to show you how we're going to drip this really simply. My favorite way to create a blend, a DIY blend, is first of all, a little bit. You don't want to just dump your essential oils into something like a roller bottle. I like to actually use an oil or a former a bottle. So this was actually a former wild orange bottle, and I'm putting my backwards label for you guys on Facebook. This gratitude label I just put on there so that I'm going to actually blend in that bottle. And then I'm going to let it set overnight and make sure it is the ratio that I really like for this blend. So I'm going to take my bottle, recycle, reuse. I just slapped a little label on there. So I'm going to take the top off. The dripper is here. I'm going to save it though. And have this gratitude bottle. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out with 4 drops of bergamot. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to sort of see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to concentrate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm going to make a double batch. Okay, and now I'm going to do wild orange. It calls for 3 drops. So there's 4 drops bergamot, 3 drops of wild orange. So I'm going to actually double the recipe again. So I'm going to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it calls for 2 drops of rose. Now, for those of you that know rose, you know that it's a very viscous oil. And honestly, sometimes you have to hold it in your hand and warm it up so that it gets a little bit more liquidy. You can always dilute it, but I don't want to dilute it yet because I'm making my blend. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have so much gratitude that I have this oil. And I hope for those of you that are looking at investing in a bottle of rose essential oil with doTERRA, it is such a great investment. It's such a beautiful oil. And honestly, 1 or 2 drops is amazing. The white fir, we're going to use 2 drops of that. So I'm doubling the recipe. Oop, 4. Oop. Oh, I gave it 5. 1 extra. And then I'm going to add my fractionated coconut oil. So I'm making a blend that I will apply topically. And I'm going to think about that. So I'm going to go ahead and add a decent amount of the fractionated coconut oil to it. And you can just decide how much of a dilution you want. For those of you that have purchased a bottle of rose, you probably know that this is, it's actually a very expensive oil. It's $275 wholesale for 85 drops. So you're looking at $7 or $8 a drop. So diluting this blend into a former oil bottle is a great way to make a pretty substantial amount that you can drip into little drams and share with people. So this DIY gratitude blend I've now created, I've got it on my hand. And the suggestion that we use it is we put it behind our ear as like a little personal fragrance that goes into our mind, to our thinking process, into the higher chakras. And then we rub our hands together. I'm going to take another drop of this because I think this is an amazing blend, this gratitude blend, which is 4 drops of bergamot, 3 drops of wild orange, 2 drops of rose, and 2 drops of white fir or Siberian fir. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so beautiful. Here, smell. Oh, haha, you can't. Sorry. Anyway, rub your hands together, cup it around your up, put it on your body, rub it in, put it in your hair. This is a fantastic blend. I promise you, people in your classes are going to adore this. If you're a yoga teacher, this is a wonderful way to show people your gratitude for their showing up at your classes, for practicing yoga, for joining you in this discovery of self-realization. And I think that this gratitude blend that came, the recipe from this came from our dear friends Rebecca Hinsey and Dr. Susan Lawton in their book, Living Healthy and Happily Ever After. Tons of cool recipes in here. But that particular one, this particular one for me, I feel like this month is something that we could create. We can be grateful for the oils that we have, be grateful to be able to share this with others, help them raise their vibration as you raise your own, and drip little samples of it, or just in the class offer people a drop of it. I'm telling you, this combination of aromas is fabulous. It will bring you joy. Wishing you a wonderful week. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.